Whoa, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. It's
Silent.
Campfire in the morning. It's a hot mess. We're getting it together though. We're getting it together because it is, of course, our year in review. Silent.
Oh man, I hope you guys are ready. Just us deliberating over the top 10 was bananas. A lot of ratchetness going on. We're going to talk about the best new artists, favorite songs of the year, the most annoyingest song of the year.
Oh my goodness. And you just sent that to me this morning. I totally forgot about that category, the most annoying song of the year, and I think we even played it this morning.
Oh my God. I, I just, I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you guys ready? You know the deal. What you got to do is go to your Twitter, go to your Facebook, go to your Tumblr, go to your whatever. What's the new thing out there? Instagram, anything right now, and link everyone to this morning's show. It's of course Silent and Kempire in the Morning here on KempireRadio.com. Don't forget, guys, you can take us on the go. I know it's a rainy, wet morning here in New York City. I want to know, how is it over where you guys are? Whatever part of the world that you're listening right now, let us know the weather. You can hit me up on my personal Twitter at the Kempire, or of course Silent's Twitter at SilentBX, or of course the radio station's Twitter at Kempire Radio. We want to know, how are you feeling this morning? The holidays are winding down. It's coming up. Christmas is just a couple of days away. We want to hear from you guys. It's, of course, again, Silent and Kempire in the Morning with our year in review. Silent, let's talk about yesterday's show. My goodness.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, yesterday's show was a little. We kind of went in.
I didn't expect to be as ratchet as I was. I really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I really did, because I was really trying to be tame.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't happen.
That's what he says every morning. But yeah.
And the thing is, I feel like, am I just giving it to be? But I feel like it's my honest opinion.
Well, we keep it real, so it is what it is. If people don't like it, you know what to do.
Yeah. Look, yeah.
I I want to know what everybody's doing on their last day on Earth. No.
I know a lot of people were tweeting and Facebooking at midnight. I guess we're still here, but then I hear it's supposed to happen it's supposed to happen at like 11 o'clock in the morning, so right after the show.
Oh shit. Well, look, you know what? You ended it out with a bang.
I know that's right. Of course, you guys tonight. Usually we would have our Friday night show, but TKIF is on hiatus till the new year, 2013. We're grateful for every day that we get to see, even if this might be the last one. But we're doing our year in review. So what do we got to talk about today, Silent? Because I know a lot of people are wondering, what you guys are live again this morning? Yes, we are.
We are live again this morning, and this is our year in review. That's what it is. We're going to talk about the biggest flops, best R&B album of the year, comeback of the year, song of the year, best new artist, female artist, male artist, all the typical categories. Then we got, of course, the ratchet, the publicity whores of the year. Who do you think that is? You should let us know, too. Tweet us.
Because we might be wrong. Y'all might remind us of people we didn't even think about. I know people were tweeting me that shit. I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that person. We want to know, guys. We got our top 10 moments of 2012. And, of course, we have our random, things that happened this year. We're going to talk about it because, of course, Silent and Kempire in the Morning here on KempireRadio.com. We're going to jump into some music, and when we come back, we're going to jump into our top 10. Who is coming in at number 10 of the top 10 moments? According to, of course, Silent and Kempire in the Morning. We want to hear from you guys. Tweet us. You can tweet me at my personal Twitter, at the Kempire. Or, of course, you can tweet Silent at SilentBX. Or, of course, hit us up on our own Facebook, facebook.com/Kempire Radio. We want to hear from you guys. We're going to jump into we got to jump into some Kelly Clarkson. No. We were talking a lot about Kelly yesterday, but we're going to jump into, I think it's probably one of the biggest songs of 2012. You let us know. Here's, of course, Miguel with Adorn. It's Silent Kempire in the Morning, y'all.
I almost forgot how much I love that song.
I forgot how much I love cake.
I'm done. I'll never forget that. But yeah, that was Birthday Cake, the remix with Rihanna and Chris Brown,
A mess.
which leads us into number 10 on our top 10
Yes.
year in review. And that actually started it all. That's when, because first there were some rumors that Rihanna and Chris Brown reunited, and then that song came out and just shocked the world.
Were you shocked when you heard that song come out?
It really was. I was shocked. I mean,
shocked.
I was hearing the rumors that and then there was the pictures of them going in and out of the studio, but no one really knew.
Yeah,
But then when they did tease it, remember? I think it was the producer. Yeah, he was like, it's a remix that's going to shock the world and blah, blah, blah. And I think we knew then, like, okay, nothing else is going to shock but Chris Brown, unless she did like a song with Prince or something.
Yeah,
Which would have been hot.
That would shock even Prince.
Well, they do look like each other sometimes. But
oh damn! But the thing is, with the Chris Brown and Rihanna reunion of 2012, it was. I don't think it was much of a shock to the world because there were already rumors of them, lurking and getting back together and hooking up, and I think people always kind of like, I think they're still hooking up. I think the bigger shock was the fact that they came out so publicly and keep continuously publicly displaying their quote unquote troubled relationship to the world. And it sparked a lot of controversy because it's not like they broke up because of someone cheated on whoever. They broke up because he beat her down, and it was like broadcasted everywhere, and he was arrested for it. So I don't know, but it definitely is our top 10. It had to make the top 10. Chris Brown and Rihanna. We didn't want to talk about them, but we had to.
I was just gonna say I'm so sick of that subject, but they just keep feeding us with.
And it just
Rihanna.
It continues to unfold because just yesterday while we were live, was it him or her that Instagrammed a photo?
It was him. Yeah.
Instagram a photo of them holding hands or something like that, right?
Chris Brown, yeah.
I can't keep up with their Instagram.
Actually,
photos.
and last night she tweeted that she Instagrammed a picture. Well, yesterday afternoon, saying throwback to last Thursday. And it was a picture of her hand and his hand holding on her lap or something like that. I'm like, really? What is going on with y'all?
It's Throwback Thursday. Can't the celebrities get into it too, Silent?
Yeah, but for her to say throwback to last Thursday, it's like, y'all mad thirsty for attention. It's pretty evident.
It's very evident. Because for
everybody's feeding into it, so what do you expect?
And the thing is, with her, her new album that she has out, Unapologetic, where she has the song with Chris Brown, which I really don't like. It's called Nobody's Business, and
Nobody's Business.
I don't understand how it's nobody's business, and you keep putting it in everyone's face.
Right, exactly. It's everybody's business.
It's everybody's business now. If you guys just tuned in, it of course is Silent and Kempire in the Morning. We're live until 10 a.m. Eastern. We're testing out this morning show, and you guys have been so great in responding. We posted snippets from our first show on the YouTube, so you can check that out there, where we talked about Tamar, we talked about Chris Brown and Rihanna, we talked about the royal prank that led to suicide. We talked about so many great different topics, and you again can check our YouTube, youtube.com/Kempire Radio. This morning, of course, is our year in review, because we did survive what was supposed to be the end of the world, quote unquote. And I don't say that lightly, even though a lot of people have been making jokes about it. But I think it's a new chapter, Silent, for the world. Let this be the beginning of whatever greatness is supposed to happen. Don't you think?
I'm not going to argue with that.
Along with our top 10 moments of 2012, we have our other moments, the best artists of the year, the best new artists of the year, all of that we want to talk about, because, we talk a lot about music. I know Sal and I have our own personal conversations about music, but Sal, let's just jump right on in. I want to hold off on doing comeback of the year. Let's just go down and do best new artist of the year. Who do you think was the best new artist of 2012?
For me, I was really excited about Elvarna.
You say
Yeah.
was?
Well, I still am.
Okay.
She's still doing her thing. Yeah, I have been following her for maybe like, I want to say roughly 2 years before
It feels like it's longer than
she
that,
came
doesn't it?
out. I know, right? And I was just excited to see it happening and her being everywhere and,
And doing so well.
you know.
And doing
So
so
for
well.
me, I'll go with Elvarna, best new artist.
Definitely, Elle Varner did her damn thing. It's one of my favorite albums of the year. But other artists, I felt that because it's hard to just say one particular artist because there are artists that do different things.
Right.
From R&B to pop music and whatever it may be. Billboard had their own top 10, favorite new artists of the year. It's not on our top 10, but because I don't agree. But Dawn Richard, Dawn Richard, she's a friend of Kempire Radio. Although she's been in the business for quite some time now with Danny DeCane and Dirty Money, she broke out this year as her own solo artist. And I have to say, she inspired independent artists to do it big and do it well on her own without a major label behind her. Now she, though, has a major label behind her, so congratulations to Dawn Richard. But she's definitely one of my picks for Best New Artist of the Year. And tied with that, I don't know if you're very familiar with this artist, Silent, but Emily Sandé, who I adore, definitely has to be one of the biggest new artists. I think even bigger than Elle and Dawn. Emily had probably the most buzz around her and her, first of all, her album and her songwriting. She collaborated with so many great artists like Leona Lewis, Alicia Keys, and many, 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 many others. But Emily Sandé definitely has to be one of the best new artists of the year. What do you guys think, though? We want to hear from you. Hit us up on Twitter at Kempire Radio or Facebook, facebook.com/Kempire Radio. We are playing music all morning. We are talking about our top 10 moments of 2012. And we just talked about our best new artists. But, Silent, who do you think? We played Miguel a little bit earlier, Adorn. But who do you think had the best song of 2012?
Wow, best song 2012. I think I'm gonna go with the females this year. I don't want to say it's a tie because I kind of feel like I loved Rihanna's "We Found Love" more, but I'm gonna go with Rihanna "We Found Love" and Beyonce's "Love on Top." And actually, I think "Love on Top" is one of Beyonce's best songs ever. So
wow.
Yeah.
So you think Beyonce's gonna get that Grammy come February?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Maybe.
Like, duh.
Rihanna's "We Found Love" was so addicting. Like that song was just like a drug. And the video was crazy. But yeah, what do you think?
And I definitely think "We Found Love" really catapulted her. I mean, that video really was amazing. It's probably one of her best videos of her entire career. I just felt like it was just visually great, and the song was so addictive. It's definitely one of my favorite songs of the year. But of course, you cannot forget, like you mentioned, Beyonce's "Love on Top." And what's the other song that I loved? Oh, Usher's "Climax." The thing is with Usher's "Climax," this might be controversial, or some of you may agree. It was a great song. It was a great lead off to make us think that this new album that he was going to release was going to be amazing, because it was so different. It was a different take on R&B, and it just kind of went downhill from there. But "Climax" was definitely one of my favorite songs of 2012. We want to know what your favorite song of 2012 was. Hit us up on Twitter and Facebook and all that good stuff. We want to know. Right, Tom? Don't you want to know?
I want to know.
We better
Tell us if you agree or disagree, or I don't know. I'm curious.
I want to play "Climax" because, like I said, it's one of my favorite songs of the year. And then maybe we'll play "We Found Love." I don't know. We'll see. But coming right up, our number 9 moment of 2012, Silent and Kempire in the Morning. Here is, of course, Usher with "Climax." We'll be right back.
I almost forgot how much I love that song.
I forgot how much I love cake.
I'm done. I'll never forget that. But yeah, that was Birthday Cake, the remix with Rihanna and Chris Brown,
A mess.
which leads us into number 10 on our top 10
Yes.
year in review. And that actually started it all. That's when, because first there were some rumors that Rihanna and Chris Brown reunited, and then that song came out and just shocked the world.
Were you shocked when you heard that song come out?
It really was. I was shocked. I mean,
shocked.
I was hearing the rumors that and then there was the pictures of them going in and out of the studio, but no one really knew.
Yeah,
But then when they did tease it, remember? I think it was the producer. Yeah, he was like, it's a remix that's going to shock the world and blah, blah, blah. And I think we knew then, like, okay, nothing else is going to shock but Chris Brown, unless she did like a song with Prince or something.
Yeah,
Which would have been hot.
That would shock even Prince.
Well, they do look like each other sometimes. But
oh damn! But the thing is, with the Chris Brown and Rihanna reunion of 2012, it was. I don't think it was much of a shock to the world because there were already rumors of them, lurking and getting back together and hooking up, and I think people always kind of like, I think they're still hooking up. I think the bigger shock was the fact that they came out so publicly and keep continuously publicly displaying their quote unquote troubled relationship to the world. And it sparked a lot of controversy because it's not like they broke up because of someone cheated on whoever. They broke up because he beat her down, and it was like broadcasted everywhere, and he was arrested for it. So I don't know, but it definitely is our top 10. It had to make the top 10. Chris Brown and Rihanna. We didn't want to talk about them, but we had to.
I was gonna say I'm so sick of that subject, but they just keep feeding us with.
And it just
Rihanna.
It continues to unfold because just yesterday while we were live, was it him or her that Instagrammed a photo?
It was him. Yeah.
Instagram a photo of them holding hands or something like that, right?
Chris Brown, yeah.
I can't keep up with their Instagram.
Actually,
photos.
and last night she tweeted, she Instagrammed a picture, yesterday afternoon, saying throwback to last Thursday. And it was a picture of her hand and his hand holding on her lap or something like that. I'm like, really? What is going on with y'all?
It's Throwback Thursday. Can't the celebrities get into it too, Silent?
Yeah, but for her to say throwback to last Thursday, it's like, y'all mad thirsty for attention. It's pretty evident.
It's very evident. Because for
everybody's feeding into it, so what do you expect?
And the thing is, with her, her new album that she has out, Unapologetic, where she has the song with Chris Brown, which I really don't like. It's called Nobody's Business, and
Nobody's Business.
I don't understand how it's nobody's business, and you keep putting it in everyone's face.
Right, exactly. It's everybody's business.
It's everybody's business now. If you guys just tuned in, it of course is Silent and Kempire in the Morning. We're live until 10 a.m. Eastern. We're testing out this morning show, and you guys have been so great in responding. We posted snippets from our first show on the YouTube, so you can check that out there, where we talked about Tamar, we talked about Chris Brown and Rihanna, we talked about the royal prank that led to suicide. We talked about so many great different topics, and you again can check our YouTube, youtube.com/Kempire Radio. This morning, of course, is our year in review, because we did survive what was supposed to be the end of the world, quote unquote. And I don't say that lightly, even though a lot of people have been making jokes about it, but I think it's a new chapter, Silent, for the world. Let this be the beginning of whatever greatness is supposed to happen. Don't you think?
I'm not going to argue with that.
Along with our top 10 moments of 2012, we have our other moments, the best artists of the year, the best new artists of the year, all of that we want to talk about, because, we talk a lot about music. I know Sal and I have our own personal conversations about music, but Sal, let's just jump right on in. I want to hold off on doing comeback of the year. Let's just go down and do best new artist of the year. Who do you think was the best new artist of 2012?
For me, I was really excited about Elvarna.
You say
Yeah.
was?
Well, I still am.
Okay.
She's still doing her thing. Yeah, I have been following her for maybe like, I want to say roughly 2 years before
It feels like it longer than
she
that,
came
doesn't it?
out. I know, right? And I was just excited to see it happening and her being everywhere and,
And doing so well.
you know.
And doing
So
so
for
well.
me, I'll go with Elvarna, best new artist.
Definitely, Elle Varner did her damn thing. It's one of my favorite albums of the year. But other artists, I felt that because it's hard to just say one particular artist because there are artists that do different things.
Right.
From R&B to pop music and whatever it may be. Billboard had their own top 10, favorite new artists of the year. It's not on our top 10, but because I don't agree. But Dawn Richard, Dawn Richard, she's a friend of Kempire Radio. Although she's been in the business for quite some time now with Danny DeCane and Dirty Money, she broke out this year as her own solo artist. And I have to say, she inspired independent artists to do it big and do it well on her own without a major label behind her. Now she, though, has a major label behind her, so congratulations to Dawn Richard. But she's definitely one of my picks for best new artist of the year. And tied with that, I don't know if you're very familiar with this artist, Silent, but Emily Sandé, who I adore, definitely has to be one of the biggest new artists. I think even bigger than Elle and Dawn. Emily had probably the most buzz around her and her, first
She
of all, her
did.
album and her songwriting. She collaborated with so many great artists like Leona Lewis, Alicia Keys, and many, 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 many others. But Emily Sandé definitely has to be one of the best new artists of the year. What do you guys think, though? We want to hear from you. Hit us up on Twitter at Kempire Radio or Facebook, facebook.com/Kempire Radio. We are playing music all morning. We are talking about our top 10 moments of 2012. And we just talked about our best new artists. But, Sonnet, who do you think? We played Miguel a little bit earlier, Adorn. But who do you think had the best song of 2012?
Wow, best song 2012. I think I'm gonna go with the females this year. I don't want to say it's a tie because I kind of feel like I loved Rihanna's "We Found Love" more, but I'm gonna go with Rihanna "We Found Love" and Beyonce's "Love on Top." And actually, I think "Love on Top" is one of Beyonce's best songs ever. So
Wow.
yeah.
So you think Beyonce's gonna get that Grammy come February?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
Maybe.
Like, duh. It was hard.
Rihanna's "We Found Love" was so addicting. Like that song was just like a drug, and the
think,
video was crazy. But yeah, what do you think?
And I definitely think "We Found Love" really catapulted her. I mean, that video really was amazing. It's probably one of her best videos of her entire career. I just felt like it was just visually great, and the song was so addictive. It's definitely one of my favorite songs of the year. But of course, you cannot forget, like you mentioned, Beyonce's "Love on Top," and what's the other song that I loved? Oh, Usher's "Climax." The thing is with Usher's "Climax," this might be controversial, or some of you may agree. It was a great song. It was a great lead off to make us think that this new album that he was going to release was going to be amazing, because it was so different. It was a different take on R&B, and it just kind of went downhill from there. But Climax was definitely one of my favorite songs of 2012. We want to know what your favorite song of 2012 was. Hit us up on Twitter and Facebook and all that good stuff. We want to know. Right, Tom? Don't you want to know?
I want to know.
We better
Tell us
find
if you agree or disagree, or I don't know. I'm curious.
I want to play Climax because, like I said, it's one of my favorite songs of the year. And then maybe we'll play "We Found Love." I don't know. We'll see. But coming right up, our number 9 moment of 2012. You're the one in Mexico. Fight on me, but you know. Oh, sorry.
early.
good. Oh, Lord. Hello? Silent, are you there?
I'm here,
Oh.
trying to recover.
Speaking of recover, no, I'm playing. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. First of all, I love that song. But I have some heartbreaking news for all the ladies and for myself. Nicole Bitchie's reporting that Michael Ealy got married in October. That is the most devastating news of 2012.
Mm, mm, mm.
I have a boy crush on Michael Ealy, and I am not afraid to admit it.
Mm, mm, mm.
Really? Don't judge. Anyways, moving right along, guys. If you're just tuned in, it is, of course, Silent and Kempire in the morning here on KempireRadio.com. Make sure you guys are linking everyone to this morning's show. Go to your Twitter, go to your Facebook, go to your Instagram. Let everybody know we're live until 10 a.m. Eastern. We're doing our year in review. All right, coming in at number 10 was Chris Brown and Rihanna's reunion of sorts. And, of course, coming in at number 9, we got to talk all about Silent's first major event held here in New York City at Whip nightclub, where he paid special tribute to someone that we love and adore here on the show, Brandy. It was a stunning tribute that led Brandy to tears. Silent,
I'm about to cry on Kempire.
Oh, Lord. But, Silent, can we just kind of... I know we talked about it before, and you can hear the full interview that when we talked about it on our YouTube. But can we just talk about that moment for you and what that really meant for you?
That moment for me was amazing. That's, aside from the relaunch of truth.com, which is important, of course. But, like I said before, I just always felt like she, and India said it on stage, I don't think she really understands the impact that she has on this industry. And it's like, I say this all the time. And I know a lot of people agree, obviously, India said it. And it was just a moment I wanted to tribute her and honor her and everything that she's done. And, she's a friend, and I'm a fan at the same time, so that was just great to be able to do that. And shout out to everybody, Love Jones, New York City, Joey, Kim. It was a great, great, great moment.
And we can't forget that India.Arie. You can't forget India.Arie did a special tribute to Brandy. It was a surprise for everyone in the house when India.Arie hit the stage of True Exclusive's relaunch event and sang our own rendition of Brandy's single from the Full Moon album, He Is. It was definitely an amazing, amazing event. So it had to be a part of Silent and Kempire in the Morning's year in review. But, we were just talking about some of the best moments in music in regards to, who had the best song of the year, who had who was the best new artist of the year. We just played a couple of songs for the best songs of the year, but a lot of people are hitting us up on Twitter and letting us know what they think about what was the best song of the year. So someone just hit me up. Honey XOO, she hit me up and she said she feels that Bruno Mars is Locked Out of Heaven, which is the number 1 song in the country right now. Tina's Just a Fool. I love that song. Alicia Keys' Girl on Fire. I don't know about the Alicia Keys one. I don't know about that one. This person, I hate reading people's Twitter names. It's C. Gatsky, I guess, 3. He says, best songs of 2012, Trey Songz's Heart Attack, which is nominated for a Grammy. Nas's Daughters. Kendrick Lamar's Swimming Pools, which I like. And Brandy's Wildest Dreams. Well, since we're talking about Brandy, let's talk about comebacks. Who had the comeback of the year, Silent? Who do you think had the biggest comeback of 2012?
I'm going to go with B. Rocka.
Oh. I don't agree. No.
211. 211.
Brandy definitely had a major comeback. This new album, 211, sparked her first top 5 hit, but top 10 hit since Full Moon. which was
what about us? It's crazy.
which is over a decade ago. So congratulations to Brandy on the comeback. 211 is now in stores, so make sure you guys check that out. But I also felt SWV had a major comeback this year. You know, they hadn't recorded in over a decade, and they made a major comeback by getting together and doing this really great R&B album called I Missed Us. So make sure you guys check out that album as well. That's also available on iTunes right now. But of course, we're continuing with Silent and Kempire in the Morning here on KempireRadio.com. Coming in at number 8, Silent. Tell everybody what's our number 8 top moment of 2012. It had to be a part of it. It had to be.
Of course. Our top 8 moment of 2012 is today, Doomsday. 12/21/12. And apparently we're still alive, but apparently, you know, fireballs will be coming soon, about an hour and a half or so.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
2 hours. Yeah.
Really?
I'm just making light of it because, you know, we knew nothing was going to happen. You know.
Well,
what do you feel about Doomsday, allegedly?
I'm not too sure. I really don't know exactly why people really go by the Mayan calendar as much as they do. I know a lot of people are making jokes about it, but who knows what they knew? You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and be, you know, feel like I know it all.
And at the end of the day is not over. So.
Really? Are we gonna be doom and gloom right now?
I'm just saying, you know, we really can't talk till the day's over. Now, if we see y'all on Monday, then we can talk.
I hope we get to see Christmas.
We better.
I bought all these damn gifts. If you guys just
shout out to Tanny Joy on Twitter. She says Brandy and Tamia came back strong. Shout out to Tamia.
Yes, I love me some Tamia. You know, Tamia was here on the show this year. Both Brandy and Tamia were here on the show. Beautiful Surprise is also available in stores. It was a great R&B record. I don't think it got enough promo.
It's nominated for R&B album at the Grammys.
And well deserved. Well deserved.
Ratik on Twitter says his thoughts on best song of 2012 was Frank Ocean's Pyramids.
Pyramids? Pyramids are crazy.
Pyramids.
Were you drinking this morning?
Pyramids. I need some breakfast.
Breakfast of champions.
We done told the viewers yesterday to bring breakfast today. What's going on? I don't see none of y'all.
Where the bagels at? I need a bagel. I need something. Right now I'm sipping
bagels.
on
I need some eggs and home fries and bacon.
Damn,
toast,
Silent?
orange juice.
Really?
I'm hungry.
I have to say, yesterday after the show, I was really, really, really hungry. I got myself together and I went and go looking for breakfast. But of course, I multitasked. I got breakfast, I got dinner, then I went and got some gift boxes.
I can't.
Look, I'm all about multitasking, and it really helped me out because, you know, we've been upgrading our internet connection and things like that for KempireRadio.com. So that ended up being like 3 hours.
Wow.
But, you know, it's all worth it in the end. Everything's good to go. We're here live here on KempireRadio.com. Don't forget, guys, you know, we're live this morning, but KempireRadio.com is playing music 24/7, and you can take us on the go by downloading the free Live 365 app. You can find that on your Apple products or any Droid products. You can download that and you can listen to music 24/7. Don't forget to add Kempire Radio to your playlist. We're doing our year in review, and we just did, okay, so far we have number 10, Chris Brown and Rihanna got together. Of course, number 9, True Exclusive throws a major tribute to Grammy Award winner Brandy. Number 8, of course, Doomsday. Today's date, 12/21/12. And number 7, Silent. You know, it's so funny that you just spoke about Rafik's favorite song of the Pyramids. Because without a doubt, Frank Ocean made a big splash in 2012, coming out about a homosexual relationship that he had with someone that he never mentioned. But it was a major impact because, you know, I mean, mainstream media called him a rapper. I don't consider him a rapper. He's worked with a lot of rappers, um, but for hip hop, R&B, for music, and for African American man to come out as a homosexual was major, major news, and he did it via his Tumblr. And I have to say, Frank Ocean has a way with words, and reading his letter was like reading a book. And I was like, oh wow. What did you think about it? I don't know if we ever got your opinion on Frank Ocean coming out, Silent.
Well, the letter, the letter, I was going to say the note. The letter was interesting, because like you said, it's like a story. I was almost confused, not confused, but I was just like, what is going on? Wait, did he just, what
Did
happened?
he just come out?
What?
But is he
But,
talking about a guy? What?
but I think that moment was needed. Like, finally, it just needed to happen. I think it was the right moment.
Mm.
I don't want to say the right person, but I guess it was the right person. But, whatever. Hip-hop needed that moment, whether he's R&B, rap, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They needed that moment, and I feel like the doors open more. I mean, who cares who's sleeping with who? Like,
I
whatever.
do. No play.
I bet you do, because you worried about who Michael Ealy's sleeping with now.
That's my business.
And nobody business.
Look, that damn song.
But him and his baby.
But shout out to Rafiq, who's definitely a loyal listener of us.
Oh, man.
And cut. Sorry. Shout out to Frank Ocean, but that song is like 10 minutes long. We only got about 2 hours today, and we're already an hour in. Oh, Lord, guys. It is, of course, Silent and Kempire in the Morning here on KempireRadio.com. We got lots to talk about. But, Silent, before we continue with our top 10 moments of 2012, let's talk more about the side moments in music that we got to talk about. Let's talk about the best R&B album of 2012. We already hinted at some of our favorites, but who do you think was the best R&B album of the year, Silent?
And I'm not being biased, but I have to go with 211, Brandy.
Why is that? Because it sounds a little biased.
Because it's a hot mother effing album. That's why.
It was alright. No, I'm playing.
I'm gonna need y'all to go get that if you don't got it.
One thing is, Brandy is always so consistent with her albums. I don't think she's made a bad album since she started her career, to be honest. And I know it sounds like I'm speaking like a stan, but she's consistent. I mean, there's something about Brandy's voice. Like, she can sing anything. You're like, yes, praise is light. But along with Brandy's album, I have some favorites in regards to best R&B album of 2012. Melanie Fiona, and I know I talk about Melanie Fiona a lot here on the show. We're friends. I love her. But hands down, so many people were tweeting me when I was talking about best R&B album of the year, in the last few weeks, and a lot of people tweeted the MF Life was one of their favorite R&B albums of 2012, and then hands down, it was a mix of so many different sounds. And Melanie's amazing voice. First of all, if you don't have tickets and you're here in New York City, Melanie will be at Gramercy Theater on Saturday, tomorrow. And I'll be front row. Just saying. So excited for her. So if you do not have Melanie Fiona's new album, The MF Life, make sure you guys go get it.
That was a great album.
She's I can't speak this morning. She's nominated for a Grammy this year as well for her song Wrong Side of a Love Song. So shout out to Melanie for that. But of course, we talked about Elle Varner. That was one of my favorite R&B albums of 2012 as well.
Mine too, yeah, you're right.
That was definitely one of my favorites. And we cannot forget Miguel. I mean, he's a breakout star. I think we're scratching the surface of what Miguel's going to do. But Kaleidoscope Dream has been breaking records all around for R&B. Adorn, hands down, I have to think, if you really think about it, Adorn probably was the best R&B song of 2012.
I can agree with that. I haven't heard the album yet still, but...
Wow, Silent. Are we going to do the same thing we did with Adele's album?
Well, I heard Adele after a few months at least. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I hear it.
But speaking of Adele, Adele's album 21 was the top selling album of 2012. It was also the top selling album of 2011. That's crazy.
That's insane. And didn't it was certified diamond this year, right?
Yep.
10 million copies sold.
Yep. So shout out to Adele. I love Adele. I'm gonna play some Adele later on in today's show, but you know, her debut album 19 also it was number 16 as one of the top selling albums of 2012. That's crazy. The album came out in like 2009 or something like that. So congratulations to Adele. I mean, Adele's a proof to the idea that anything is possible. It doesn't matter what you look like. If you put your heart and soul into something, it will connect with some people, and you may change the world. So I think that's awesome. So congratulations to Adele on all of that success. But let's continue with our top 10 moments of 2012 here on Silent and Kempire in the Morning. Silent, go ahead.
If you're just tuning in, we're doing our top 10 moments of 2012. Number 10 was Chris Brown and Rihanna reunite. I was going to say reunitation. Anyway, reunited.
Oh, Lord.
Number 9 was the True Exclusive tributing Brandy. Number 8 was Doomsday. Number 7, Frank Ocean comes out. And number 6 top moment of 2012 was when a little lady decided to surprise Kempire Radio with a call, and that lady's name is Oprah Winfrey. Not so little, ain't she? I'm going to need you to talk about that, because, you know, Kemp was all up on the inside on CBS and Oprah Winfrey calling, what's going on?
When you think about 2012, and I think about, to me, it feels like that happened so long ago, but it happened this year. It happened actually in June 15th to be exact, when Oprah called into the show. And if you guys don't recall, when Oprah called into the show, it was because we were asking the question, you know, should Oprah be interviewing Kim Kardashian and the Kardashians for her next chapter. And she responded to us on Twitter, and she called in. And we had a 13-minute conversation. If you missed our Oprah interview, you can check it out on our YouTube, youtube.com/Kempire Radio. And because of the energy from all of our listeners, you know, this is definitely an opportunity. For number 6, you know, shout out to the listeners, because they were part of the show that night and tweeting her like, call in, this is the number, blah, 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 blah. So shout out to you guys. It's, you know, Kempire Radio is a culmination of the support of the listeners. People like Swan, Esco, I'm going to call him Herden, Heezy, Vera, Honey Dipped, Data, just so many people that support the show, retweet the blogs that have come through the show, that support the show. You know, I feel like all of that has led to that moment of talking to Oprah. So that was a major moment for us here on Kempire Radios, and we appreciate everyone that supported us and retweeted, which also led to us being on the Insider, which was a fun experience as well. But we gotta, say it again.
I said that was dope. I just gotta say,
it was an amazing. I still haven't really. I don't know. I don't know if it's really even settled in. You know? Just saying. But you know, guys, it is, of course, Silent and Kempire in the Morning. Silent, I want to ask you, who do you think was the hottest mess of 2012?
The hottest mess? Gosh, it was so many.
Oh.
I'm going to let you say this because you mentioned her, and I'm going to agree with you. So, go ahead. Say it.
I have to say,
I'll do you the honors.
Lindsay Lohan has to be the hottest mess of the year. She has to be. Because I feel like she was trying to make a comeback, but she got arrested multiple times. She did that movie.
We should. If one of our followers wants to on Twitter wants to go count, because you know what, I have a feeling Cat Williams is trailing right behind with the most arrests for this year. Oh. Well, go ahead.
You're right. I mean, Cat Williams. You know, we talked about Cat Williams in the premiere show of Silent and Kempire in the Morning. Cat Williams definitely trailing, but Lindsay's been going strong for a good couple of years now. of being a hot mess. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Lindsay, but Lindsay, you need to get it together because it's not looking good. She needs some jail time. I think that's what it is. I think she needs some time away.
Lindsay.
And since we talked about this guy last year, who was the worst dress of the year?
ASAP Rocky.
And when we
worst dress of the year, literally worst dress of the year.
He calls it fashion. It's high fashion. We don't know nothing about that, Silent.
I ain't about that life.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh, shout out to Sweet Brown. She definitely made an impact in 2012.
Is that what her name is? Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
I don't even know her name. That's a damn hot mess. Yeah, that was definitely a big moment. And of course, those Olivia pictures were a big moment. You know, we've used them to promote Silent and Kempire In The Morning. The Olivia pictures, you remember Olivia from The Cosby Show, a.k.a. Raven Simone. Those pictures and the wording people choose to use on it was hilarious. So it was definitely part of 2012. You know what? Let's talk about Love Their Love of the year. And Love Their Love is like when you look at it, you wouldn't necessarily love their love originally, but now you look at them, you're like, you know what? I love their love. Did you have a favorite of the year, Silent?
Well, I was gonna go with Coco and Ice T, but yeah, that looks like it's a shambles. So,
I mean, for those that don't know, what do you mean they're in shambles?
Well, you know, allegedly not even allegedly, there were some pictures that came out recently of Coco with a wannabe rapper in Vegas, I believe, and they were in some not so friendly positions, and now he's saying he has naked pictures of her in bed and that he took. So yeah, the story's unfolding as we speak. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some stuff coming out of that story.
That's kind of sad because I never really watched what's that show that they have? What's the name of it? Ice Tea and Coco? Something like that. Ice Loves Coco? Something like that. I watched one episode. I mean, I wasn't that moved by her, but I was like, oh, it's cute. But I did like their relationship. They were definitely one of those relationships where I like, I love their love.
Oh, I have someone I love, their love. And I did not expect this because seeing them outside of reality, it didn't really look like, I know a lot of women especially were like, why is T.I. with the Tiny? She's so ugly. And but when you see the reality show, it's like a genuine love there. I love the family relationship. It seems like they're really, really into each other. And I can totally understand why T.I. would hold Tiny down. She's like a ride or die chick. And I'm pretty sure she's been through some stuff with him. But so I'm going to give my Love Their Love award to them. Who you got?
And but first of all, yesterday we talked about Tiny Tonight. He definitely loved her because he got her that show.
I'm done.
I'm just saying. Anyways, my biggest pick for Love Their Love of 2012 has to be Wiz Khalifa and Amber Rose. You know, Amber Rose is pregnant and she's about to give birth to their first child together. And their relationship just seems so genuine from both people. You know what I mean? Where, sometimes it seems like there's an imbalance in relationships where one person loves the other person more than the other.
Right.
But I have to say, no, I feel like they both, when they're interviewed and they talk about each other, you see it and you feel it. So Wiz Khalifa and Amber Rose, congratulations on this new baby.
Yeah, it's surprised me.
Yeah, I love their love.
Shout out to Concrete Boulevard on Twitter. He says Kim and Kanye is his pick for Love Their Love.
It's so funny that he brings them up because they fall on our Publicity Whores of the Year of 2012.
Publicity Whores of the Year. I can't.
Oh my goodness! But
so you say Kim K and Kanye?
Kim K, yeah, I would say Kim K and Kanye. I don't know if I love their love yet. It's still fresh. It's still new. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't love that love. But I'm going to give the Publicity Whores of the Year to
Yeah,
Rihanna and Chris Brown.
Oh yeah. Okay. You know what? They're number one. Like I'm gonna put a line through Kim K. Okay, Kim K and Kanye, I'm gonna remove you from the list. It has to be Rihanna. I'm writing it
Nah,
down.
they're going to have to
Rihanna.
do a stunt because they're mad. You took them off the list. They wanted that spot. I
Too bad.
guarantee you.
That's why y'all were publicity whores. No, I'm giving it to Rihanna and Chris Brown. You're right about that one. If you guys just tuned in, of course, it is Silent and Kempire in the morning. If I want to see you guys tweeting with us, I know a lot of people are tweeting us. You know, someone tweeted us that Dallas was 35 degrees. How are we warmer here in New York than in Dallas? What's that about?
Wow. For once, I'm glad I'm hearing out there.
Hmm. Okay, let me see. People are tweeting. People are loving us playing Frank Ocean's Pyramids. Tiny Joy said, "Hell yeah, Brandy and Tamia came back strong." Rafiq, he's about to get his workout on listening to us. Shout out to Rafiq. Oh, let me see. Let me see. I'm reading all these tweets. Shout out to you guys. Oh, shout out to Swan. She said she's kicking my holiday weekend off with Silent and Kempire year in review. Shout out to her. Shout out to everyone doing the Follow Fridays. Shout out to Brandy Daly, to Jamaica Michelle. Shout out to David Grape Juice from thatgrapejuice.net. Shout out to all the blogs that hold us down. Shout out to True Exclusives, of course. I love reading Swan's tweet. Swan says Frank Ocean and numerous artists made splashes this year, and Gangnam Style came along and knocked every damn body out the box. Oh my Lord have mercy. Like a Lord have mercy. Everybody is, of course, is our top 10 moments of 2012 with a sprinkling of other categories that we're talking about. And coming in at number 5, you know, we weren't sure where to place this on the list because it really didn't affect.
I think we should make them wait.
Oh. Oh.
Top 5?
Oh.
We can't just give it to them like that. They gotta earn it. You listeners need to earn this list.
Oh. Damn, that was mean. But all right, so we're gonna jump into this song because I love this song, and she hasn't had an album out in like 2 years. She has a show here on Sunday here in New York City at Highland Ballroom. It's one of my favorite songs. Here's just saying, only in love and war. Welcome back, guys. This is, of course, Silent and Kempire in the morning. I'm here with Silent. Oh, don't forget, guys, you can link everyone to this morning's show at kempireradio.com, or you can listen to us via the Live 365 app. I know a lot of people are loving that damn app. Shout out to you guys. Silent, oh my goodness, I just got a tweet from Esco. She said it's 33 degrees in Houston, and then I just got
No, I was saying Houston, yeah.
Yeah, Houston's 33 degrees, and then Jackie just hit us up, and she said it's 52 in Tampa, and she said, "Great show, guys.
Wow.
I got NBL for y'all. Oh, nothing but love." Shout out to Jackie. Damn, it's cold around the world. How's it gonna be 52 in Tampa?
Like the weather's getting a little crazy.
Maybe it is the end of the world.
Which leads us to our top 5 moments of 2012. Y'all ready for number 5?
I'm ready.
Well, number 5, like I said, weather's been getting crazy lately. Hurricane Sandy.
Oh, wow. Definitely.
Is our number 5 pick for top moment of 2012. Nah, I don't know if you guys remember what was going on with Hurricane Sandy, but let me ask you, Kim, since you're over here on the East Coast, did you expect that to happen?
No, not at all. Not to the depth that happened. I expected, wind and trees down, but not the amount of flooding that parts of New York experienced. The parts of Staten Island, where I grew up, that if you go to those neighborhoods, they no longer exist, or houses are just gone or washed away. Downtown Manhattan still is not fully recovered from Hurricane Sandy. New York City was rocked by Hurricane Sandy. I was just in Manhattan yesterday, and I went to take the 1 train, but I actually went to take the R train, and then if you go on the side where the 1 train was, it was completely flooded, so it's not even open still, and it probably won't be open for another few months because of the amount of damage, water damage and flooding that happened in Lower Manhattan. And then, of course, we can't forget about the Rockaways. And as Dawn Richard reminded us during our recent interview, she said, not just the East Coast was affected. Jamaica, Haiti, those are a bunch of places that were affected by Hurricane Katrina. So, not Katrina, I'm sorry, Sandy.
Hurricane Sandy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a sad situation. I didn't expect it either. I don't think anybody. Because, especially for New York, we don't really get those type of things happening out here. I think a lot of New Yorkers think we're invincible to earthquakes, to hurricanes, or anything of that nature. So that really shocked everybody. Speaking of earthquakes, we had a few little this year too, little tiny ones. Or so I've heard. I didn't get to feel them, but
the thing is,
a lot of people lost their homes in Queens.
Oh my goodness!
The photos. Oh my God, the photos alone was so sad to see.
And just a reminder, guys, you can still help those that are in need. And we're posting links to that on our Facebook, facebook.com/Kempire Radio. But if the easiest way, if you just want to give a little something, text Red Cross to the number 90999. And you can make a $10 donation, and you'll be billed on your cell phone bill for that. So, Lord have mercy. I don't think it will ever be the same after Hurricane Sandy. It definitely makes you put things in perspective. But we want to hear from you guys. We want to hear what you think about our top 10 moments of 2012, and also our best album of the year, best new artist of the year. We talked a little bit about it. We said for comeback of the year, Brandy, SWV. But who had the biggest flop of the year, Silent?
For me, my pick for biggest flop of the year was, and listen, I don't want you sheep. You lambs coming at me.
He's a sheep.
Because I'm not ashamed to say it, but I'm a self-proclaimed lamb myself.
Oh.
But Mariah Carey, I give that to her. Like, what the hell was that triumphant crap?
I don't know. I'm still wondering. But you notice how nothing happened after that.
I was just going to say, to me, that was the fastest come and go of a song single, I think, in music history.
Mm. I don't know what happened.
They built up so much promo for it, and then it just disappeared within a week.
And I was giving her kudos for the promo. I was like, yes, it's promo. And I even loved the title of the song. And I was like, yes. But then she seemed like a feature on her own song.
Yeah, you're right. She had like a chorus. Like, what the hell? Get out of here.
And I love Mariah Carey. We are in no way defaming Mariah Carey, but it had to be probably one of the biggest flops of 2012 because we didn't even hear anything after that. After that, after you put out a single, usually you have a follow-up with an album. It's going to be 2013. When did Triumphant come out?
Nothing. I have a feeling they went back in the studio and said, okay, we got to scratch this album and start over.
Oh, Lord have mercy. But,
shout out to my sister who's listening to the show. Appreciate the support. Getting a little emotional too early for that.
Your sister's gorgeous. Silent has a pretty sister.
Whatever. She is. I'll give her that.
and the cutest.
It runs in the family.
Oh, whatever. And the cutest nephew. Shout out to Jacob.
Oh, Lord. You trying to get me emotional in the morning? What's going on?
It's the holidays. Have you finished your Christmas shopping?
I'm not done, but I'm done. But I'm not. I got something extra to buy him.
I'm not done, but I'm done. Yeah. I was wrapping gifts last night, and I hate wrapping gifts. I hate it. Damn it.
I don't really hate it.
I know you don't, because you can actually rap. I know it seems as if I would be able to rap anything. But I hate to wrap gifts. I really do. It's not my favorite thing to do. I haven't mastered the art of it, and I don't want to master the art of it. They pay people to do that crap. I
can't.
I don't like doing. Oh my god! It's just a thought. I still have a lot more to do. I just wrapped 2 gifts last night. I was like, I'm done. I'm through. I got a show in the morning.
I can't. 2, really?
Yeah, 2. Don't judge. Oh goodness! Guys, we got to talk about who had the stupidest fight of the year. Silent. There's actually a couple of people that had stupid fights this year, but who to you had the stupidest fight of the year?
I don't even remember, but I'm gonna go Drake and Chris Brown.
At Whit nightclub where you had your event.
Where no bottles were thrown.
No.
Let's put that out.
I thought of throwing some at some people, but I didn't. Sorry.
You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna leave it alone. So,
Chris Brown.
What did you think had the stupidest fight of the year?
No, that's definitely the top one because that was some punk mess that I heard that Drake ran into the bathroom when the bottle started flying. I can picture it. I could see Drake running, bobbing his head.
I can't.
Oh, Lord. No, but probably any fight that Donald Trump was in. He had a lot of Twitter beefs with different people.
Oh, you know what? Please.
Just say. He had a lot of... Donald Trump, I used to really like Donald Trump. But this year, I kind of got to the point where, like, is Donald Trump racist? And I know you may say, oh, I have a lot of black friends, but a lot of racists say that too.
I wouldn't put it past him. And that damn comb-over toupee of his.
But the thing is, and then people might be wondering why I think he is a racist, because I felt like if President Obama was a white man, he wouldn't be questioning President Obama's education, his birth. I just feel like, yeah, if this was a white man, I don't think you would be coming at him the way that you're coming at him. Like it would be unbelievable that this black man would graduate from Harvard Law and be the president of the Law Review. It was a little racist. I'm sorry. Moving on. Coming in at, speaking of racism, coming in at number 4 of Silent and Kempire's top 10 moments of 2012 had to be the Trayvon Martin case. Trayvon Martin was a young guy in Florida that was killed by what's his name? I don't want to mention his name because I feel like we focus too much on killers nowadays.
Well, they need to know who's doing the killing.
Well, this guy in I don't remember what's his name. I'm not mentioning his name.
George Zimmerman.
There you go. Oh God. George Zimmerman, who was saying that he was protecting the neighborhood, and shot Trayvon. But it caused an uproar across the country and even across the world that people were saying there needs to be justice for Trayvon Martin because this was a senseless killing. Since then, George Zimmerman has been brought up on charges. It's still a case that's pending. There's still no official final word on how this is going to turn out or end up. But it definitely had everyone thinking, what is going on in our country? And does racism still exist? Does prejudice still exist? And of course, these are the terrible reminders that it does. And it had to be part of our top 10 list because it was everywhere. It sparked so many conversations, and I felt like it without a doubt it had to be in the top 5. Don't you think?
I agree. That was a sad situation, and I hate that we even still talking about something like racism, prejudice in 2012. Like, really?
It's crazy. It really was a crazy situation, but it's important that we have these conversations, and it's important that we, just send out love to the family of Trayvon Martin because, no matter what, even if justice is served, he's gone. And,
exactly.
And that's something that I know that they're dealing with on a daily basis. So much love and respect to Trayvon Martin's family. And shout out to them for pushing so hard to get justice for their son. I think that was right. If you guys just tuned in, it is, of course, Silent and Kempire in the Morning. We've been testing out this morning show. We've been hearing great responses from the listeners. Tweet us at the Kempire or at Kempire Radio. And, of course, at SilentBX. Make sure you guys are following Silent. And also, you can check out his website, trueexclusives.com, for celebrity dish, news, music, all that great stuff. And a bunch of new things coming up in 2013 for you guys. Excited about the Green Room.
Yes, I'm excited about the Green Room, too.
But also, Silent, we can't forget one of the biggest moments of the year for yourself, though. Besides, the Brandy tribute, but you started working with Brandy. You've been friends with her for over a decade, but you guys just started working together?
We did. I didn't expect you to say that, so I just had
Sorry.
a moment in my mind, like, no, it was a good moment, like, reflecting, like, yeah, we just started working this year, and I honestly got to say that this experience has been like a dream. Oh, Lord Jesus! Let me get my emotions together.
You all right? You gonna be okay?
Whew, that was close. That was close. The laughter helped. We're back to the waterworks. No, but because you know how it is to you have dreams and goals in life, and to actually accomplish them that's major in itself. So it hasn't really hit me, but yet it hits me sometimes, and I just have these moments, and so yeah, that was definitely a dream come true. To just the whole experience, like I was traveling and working with her, and I'm just happy.
What was the
And
best?
it's not over, so that's the best thing about it too.
What has been the best moment for you? Working with her. Like, was there a moment you're like, oh my God, I cannot believe right now I'm here with Brandy? Not because it's Brandy, but just like the moment of everything with her. Was there a moment?
Wow. It was weird. I had a moment when she did the Best Buy Theater in New York City. She had a big concert the night before her album release. And, she hadn't performed in New York for years, and we were talking about things that she can do to make the show even greater than what it was already going to be. And, she used some of the ideas. We went back and forth, and she actually used them. And it was during the Whitney medley. I was just like, because she added 2 extra songs that she hadn't done at the BET Awards tribute for Whitney. And it was just a moment to watch that and see the reaction of the crowd, and she was just getting it. And she was, she was doing her thing, and it was just like, it was like the whole year flashed before my eyes, and I was just like, oh my God, like, this is crazy. Like, it was a lot of moments. I'm gonna be here all morning talking about the moments, but shout out to the stars too, because they really been showing out this year, and
oh my gosh,
I honestly was surprised at the stars. And for those of you who don't know, the stars are what Brandy calls her fans, the stars. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I've tweeted this before. The stars really did. I mean, they mobilized like no other, and they're still mobilizing and promoting Brandy. So shout out to them. Fans are important, supporters and listeners are important, and we appreciate you guys as well. And Brandy fans have, supported our show, and shout out to Team Breezy for supporting our show as well from the very beginning. So look,
Melon Heads.
The Melon Heads. We're playing some little Melon Feel in the background actually. Gonna give it to me right. Oh, okay, let me bring it back. Oh my goodness, are you guys ready for the top 3 moments of 2012? Well, that's coming up shortly. But we're going to jump into some more music. And when we come back, we're going to talk about... Hold on.
We got to talk about the biggest tour of the year.
Oh my God, we got to talk about the biggest tour of the year.
Reality show of the year.
Oh my God, there's so many things that we got to talk about. God, not enough time. We got about
2013?
We got 25 minutes left. In the top 3 moments of 2012 is Silent and Kempire in the Morning. We're going to jump into some music. I love this damn song. It's Kelly Clarkson. Congratulations again, but I just love this song. Shout out to her, and also shout out to Chloe Kelly, who wrote the song. Here's My Life Would Suck Without You. We'll be right back, y'all. Ooh, I want to dance. Somebody. Hello.
I'm done. You have been singing quite a lot this morning.
Don't act like my voice ain't the bomb diggity. I'm just saying.
Well, we're back with our top 10 moments of 2012, Silent and Kempire in the Morning. And that was Whitney Houston with I Want to Dance with Somebody. Can I just say that song is so... It just makes you smile inside and be happy and makes you want to dance.
With somebody.
What about yourself? That's fine. That's cool, too. But that leads us to our number 3 top moment of 2012, which unfortunately is the passing of what I believe to be one of the greatest, not even, I want to say the greatest voice of all times.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston.
Most definitely. Whitney Houston.
I still can't even believe she's gone.
I think a lot of people still haven't fathomed that. All the great tributes that happened this year, but definitely BET's tribute to Whitney was the greatest. Shout out to everyone that was involved, from Monica to Brandy to, of course, her own mother, Sissy Houston. It was an amazing. You remember the Whitney tribute on the BET? It was probably the best moment the BET ever had.
It was. It really, really, really was. Everyone did a great job on it, and wow.
Like Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston's influence is beyond just the United States. Whitney Houston's voice can be heard around the world and still in celebration of her music. Unfortunately, we lost Whitney at a very early time in her career, but Whitney had a very troubled life, with the success of, of her albums and, she crossed all colors. In music genres. She was the first African American woman that we saw do what she's done in pop music. Before the Rihannas and before the even before Brandy, Whitney Houston was breaking all kinds of barriers and breaking all kinds of records. And just no one can deny that voice. You can't deny it.
Sure enough, can.
So she had to be part of Silent and Kempire's top 10 moments of 2012. So shout out to Whitney Houston. Silent, we just heard about the national moment of silence for the young children and the teachers at the Sandy Hook Elementary School that passed away. It's been a week today. Time flies. Wow. The deadly shooting that happened over at that elementary school, where 20 5 and 6-year-olds were shot dead. And that had to be, of course, the number 2 moment of the year for us here. And it sparked a lot of conversation, Silent, most definitely. When it comes to, metal detectors in schools, gun control laws, what's going on in the world. And this moment tied with the shootings in Aurora, Colorado. You remember the shooting that happened at the movie theater with was it the Batman movie that came out?
Yeah, Dark Knight Rises.
And so it really sparked a lot of conversation in regards to gun control, and a lot of people are saying, gun control is not going to change what people do. People are still going to get access to guns and do horrible things. But we had to definitely take a moment, because we missed the national moment of silence. So I wanted to take a quick moment of reverence for those that were lost in Sandy Hook, and also those that were lost in Aurora. So just let's take a moment of silence for them. All right, guys, and again, it is Silent and Kempire in the Morning. We are counting down our top 10 moments of 2012 with a sprinkling of other categories that we wanted to talk to you guys about. And we had some other categories, Silent, that we wanted to talk about, and you mentioned them. What was the other one? Oh, what was the best reality show of the year for you, Silent? Reality shows have taken over TV. There's no more scripted television.
Reality show of the year for me... I hate to just go to the ratchet of the ratchet, but this was one show that I seriously feel like I was addicted to. Mm-hmm. And that was the Jocelyn Hernandez show.
What?
Which was Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Love and Hip Hop
Edition.
Atlanta, definitely. We had K Michelle on the show from that, and we talked about her relationship with them, and Rashida too dropped by the show. That was a
Her
really,
crazy
really,
ass.
they were really, they were really, really popular this year. I don't know, they were good for the first year because you can accept that, but to see more Jocelyn and Mimi and what's his name again, Stevie J fighting over each other is not what I want to see. Just saying.
I think you're still gonna get pulled in. It's
I'm
something
gonna
about that
watch.
show. It's like we know. It's like, what the hell is this? Why am I watching it? I don't understand. But yet, you can't stop.
I mean, that's most
Look,
shows.
what was your pick for
I mean, I had a couple.
best reality show of the year?
I had a couple because I'm a big OWN TV ambassador. Shout out to Oprah, the OWN network. And it's the other side of the ratchet TV. We have TV that's trying to make a difference in the world. And shout out to OWN for really giving us quality programming that's also entertaining programming. Iyanla Van Zant, her new show, Iyanla Fix My Life, was a huge success for the network. Their debut episode with Evelyn Lozada was, I think it was like 3 point something million viewers. But
Wow.
speaking of Evelyn, reality TV star, but she had a big moment in 2012 with the whole. Uh, well, first of all, she had the wedding in 2012, right?
Yeah.
And
The
then
wedding.
and then she had the fallout with Ocho Cinco headbutting her. But yeah,
They divorced, right?
yeah, they got a very quick divorce right after that. But Beyond Fix My Life really kind of went into Evelyn's life and saying, you know what, let's not talk about him and what he did. Let's talk about how you allowed this in your life
Hmm.
and for this to happen in your life. And that was the great thing about Iyanla's Fix My Life. It was taking ownership of what you're supposed to do in your life to change your life. And that's been a big theme for a lot of us this year in 2012. So that was one of my favorite shows of the year. But of course, the Real Housewives of Atlanta came back pretty strong this year, and they're doing extremely well and still ongoing. But we also can't forget about Tamar and Vince. That was another big show for 2012.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Tamar and Vince, that was a big show. But the biggest show, scripted show of the year has to be Scandal.
I knew it.
Scandal had to be the biggest show because it's like a Twitter craze on
It is.
Twitter. It's ask Scandal. There's who the huck. They had who shot Fitz. There were so many. Shout out to Shonda Rhimes and just shout out to the whole team at Scandal. Congratulations to Kerry Washington on this amazing new vehicle for her career. Excited for when they return in January. They ended the first part of the second season really, really, really great. Excited to see the rest of it. I know a lot of you guys tweet me all the time. We got to talk about Scandal. We got to talk about Scandal. Scandal, hands down, best show of the year, and it better receive several Emmys because there have been Emmy moments. I'm like, oh my goodness, there's so many great moments. So shout out to everyone at Scandal. You definitely topped our list when it comes to best shows of the year.
And I still haven't seen it. But anytime I know characters' name from a show that I have not seen, it
Exactly.
has to be the biggest show of the year. Because I'm like, damn.
You're right. But I've just been a fan. I just love the show. I love Shonda Rhimes. She's just a talented. If you don't know who Shonda Rhimes, she's written for Grey's Anatomy, Private Practice. I forgot how she started out. She started out doing writing for other shows. But congratulations to her on the success of Scandal. But artists, here on Kempire Radio, we celebrate up and coming artists and we celebrate artists that need to be heard. And there are artists that you need to know about in 2013. Silent, I know you have a big opinion when it comes to artists that we should be on the lookout for. So who should we be on the lookout for here at Kempire Radio for 2013?
I want to say, even though I don't think her song went to number one on its own, I'm going to say Tamar Braxton for
Oh!
2013. Because I think she's going to surprise a lot of people. And she got the voice, so, and she definitely has the right management with Vince.
I mean, you can't deny that Tamar can sing her butt off. Tamar is an amazing singer. And I think people thought we were coming for her. Like we hated it. No, we just didn't believe that Love and War shot to #1 on its own.
We just keep it real on here. I mean, what's the problem?
We love the song, but
yeah, we do love the song, even though it's a. I'm gonna stop. My other artist to watch, I'm gonna give it to Lydia Caesar.
Who we played here on the show. We've been playing her song Lottery from January, and it lasted on our rotation for like 9 months.
Damn.
And no up-and-coming artist lasts on KempireRadio.com that long. We just love the song so much. And now she ended the year with another huge single, St. Louis.
I'm excited. I'm pretty sure she's going to have some stuff popping off in 2013. Who are some of your artists to watch in 2013?
Well, I know people might think I'm a stan for Dawn Richard, but I'm a stan for anyone that works hard. And Dawn, she reminds me a little bit of when it comes to the grind of Beyonce. She is always on her grind, always putting out new music, always trying to be innovative, and she's doing it literally on her own. But now that she's signed a distribution deal, she's going to release her first debut album, Golden Heart, on January 15th. And Dawn will actually be a part of our New Year's Eve special happening on Monday, December 31st. The New Year's Eve special that will start at 10 p.m. Eastern here on KempireRadio.com. We do it every year, and I hope you guys will join us. Dawn Richard will be dropping by the show, and a few other guests will be dropping by the show. But she's definitely our artist to watch for 2013. And another artist who, and I mentioned him yesterday, and he's going to have an amazing 2013 as well, because after having a great conversation with him this week, Mateo, who's signed to Carrie Crucial, Crucial Noise, a record label. He's had an amazing career. I remember when I first heard his stuff, it was like, because I always listen to new artists and things like that, and he was a new artist. No one really knew who he was. And I was like, who is this guy? He has a whole different feel. He's like a touch of Alicia Keys, a touch of Coldplay, and just like his own style. And I bought his record off of that. And usually I never do that. For a new artist? Really? But he was amazing. And then he's released so many different mixtapes since then. And now his debut album will be coming out in 2013. So shout out to Mateo. He's definitely an artist to watch in 2013. A musician. I mean, he's a singer-songwriter. Amazing voice. Just amazing live performer. So shout out to him. Did we cover all the other things that we wanted? We just didn't do the number one?
Shout out to Joy on Twitter. She says Dale for sure. He's hot. I'm not sure who that is. 2013 will be his.
Hold on. Do not disrespect Daily here on Kempire Radio.
I'm not disrespecting. I just said I'm not sure who that is.
No.
And I'm not sure who that is.
No, you were disrespectful in the way you pronounce his name. It's Daily, and I love Daily. Shout out.
Daily.
Shout out to Tiny Joy on Twitter. Yes, he's definitely on my list of artists to watch. He's an amazing. He has actually a new EP out, right? It's that Blue Eye Soul again from all the way across the pond. Amazing singer, amazing. He just did a song with Jessie J. You can hear all of that on iTunes. Just you get his mixtape. Those what is it called again? Oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of the mixtape. Oh, damn it, I hate that. But anyways, shout out to Daily. We've been trying to get Daily here on the show for a little bit too. But you can look out for that in 2013. And we cannot forget about JoJo Silent. She just released a mixtape yesterday. She's definitely an artist to watch in 2013. Hopefully, we can get some, an official album.
I've been watching and waiting for the damn album. That's what I was watching.
You know the politics here in the business. Just didn't think it would take this long.
I know.
Shout out to JoJo. We love the mixtape so far.
Shout out to Swan on Twitter as well. Hilarious. She said, "Let's keep it 100." Evelyn and Chad met, dated, got engaged, married, and divorced, all through and on Twitter. Epic fail.
Damn. It can always depend on Swan to keep it real. Shout out to Swan.
Oh yes, Bridget Kelly is gonna make it nicely next year. I'm sure. I'm a stan. That was Sunita Devi Music. Listen, don't fault me for reading Twitter names wrong, guys. I love all of you.
I know. It's hard. It's hard
sometimes.
It's horrid.
Okay, before we go into the number one moment of 2012, because we only got 2 minutes left, best male artist of the year, best female artist of the year.
I say Miguel, best male artist.
Okay, I don't have a best male, so I'll just go with you.
Best female, I say Adele.
I'm going to agree with Adele, and I'll just add Rihanna in there.
Definitely when it comes to the charts, Rihanna dominated. Definitely dominated, but she didn't beat my girl Adele. Adele's 21 album, if you do not have it, where the hell you been?
Actually, the best male of the year, I'm going to give it to, this is not a musician, but you're going to tell us, because this is our number one moment of 2012.
The best man of the year, and President Obama is our number one moment of 2012. He was reelected, and pretty much was a landslide reelection against Mitt Romney, or as Beyonce like to call him, Mitches, aka Bitches. But yeah, he has to be the number one choice of the year. I mean, excited for his second term. Pray for him, send him positive energy that he's able to do what he wants to do for the country with the support of both parties. Shout out to President Obama. He is definitely the man of 2012. And speaking of 2012, you know, I know, Silent, you can appreciate this song and you can appreciate this focus for 2012. Go and get it. Go for your dreams. Strive for whatever you want. Don't believe what other people tell you. No, why don't you aim a little lower? Or I don't know if you could do that. Don't allow people to do that to you. If there's something that you really want to do, go ahead and do it. Silent, what's your last thought for 2012?
My last thoughts is, listen. My last thought, I was talking to myself, but I was just saying, you know, regardless of what anybody says, just go and get whatever it is you want to do in life. If you feel it within your heart and it's your passion, do it. And at the end of the day, if you ain't got nobody to inspire you, you can look at Kempire and Silent. All right?
Most definitely. And one of the biggest lessons I learned this year is that anything is truly possible. And my favorite quote from Emily Dickinson is, dwell in possibility. Believe it. Work towards it. Don't think it's just going to come to you. And it will definitely happen. And believe it beyond, because I know you have the moments too, Silent, where you just don't, you have those moments like, oh my God, this is not going to happen. You just get down and out. But don't give up. If this is something you really want to do, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to be having your own radio show or having your own blog or being a celebrity or being the hugest singer in the world. Find your niche, work on it, and be the greatest person that you can be. And don't forget, anything you do, if it's blogging, if it's a radio show, it's all in service to mankind. No matter what, I think that's the biggest lesson I learned this year, is that everything that I'm doing has to be in line with giving back to mankind in some shape or form.
Amen.
And then speaking of amen, shout out to our girls, Mary, and this song is inspiring. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Silent and Kempire in the Morning and listening to our year in reviews. Shout out to Silent. Don't forget to follow him on Twitter at SilentBX and check out his website, trueexclusives.com. And you can continue to listen to music here on KempireRadio.com. But we're gonna end this morning's show with, of course, Go Get It, Mary. Did it come on last night?
Go get your blessings.
Have a good one, guys.